Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. As we arrived at the steel cage match for the United States Championship as Fatu, Jacob Fatu challenges Solo Sikoa. So I had no idea about this. But this is the first steel cage match at Summerslam since 2001. It has been 20... God, how I forget the years. How'd I forget the years? Yeah, it's been 24 years. 24 years since we had a steel cage match at SummerSlam. I find that to be crazy to me. I find that to be crazy. But, yeah, here we are. Jacob Fatu's very first match in this very first steel cage match. Solo Sikoa was second. All right. This match, honestly, this match pretty much, to me, this match didn't fully start or didn't get, I guess, crazy, you want to call it, until we had the shenanigans that we did. Because in the beginning, it was a pretty regular match. Both men were going at it. Both men were trading blows. Both men were trading holds or whatever. So it was kind of a back and forth match in the beginning. Nothing really too crazy. But again, it wasn't until we had the interferences that we did. So, before everybody came out, Jacob Fatu started gaining momentum, started hitting what he hit. I think he hit I think he hit a clothesline, then a clothesline, then he hit another move, and then he hit another clothesline, then he hit the Impaler DDT, and then he went for his moonsault. He didn't hit it once, he hit it twice. Covered Solo kicked out. I think Solo was the first person ever to kick out of Jacob Fatu's finish. And it wasn't even the fact that it was his finish. It was twice. He hit it twice, back to back. And Solo kicked out. And then from there, that's when the shenanigans start to happen. Because here comes the MFTs, Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and Tala Tonga. So they're out there, they're surrounding the ring, they're surrounding the cage. And then here comes Big Jim. There comes Jimmy Uso trying to even the odds, even though he can't. But he took out JC and he took out Tonga Loa. It wasn't until we got to Tala where Tala booted him in the face and then threw him over the announce table. So from there, the MFTs just tried to get to Jacob, but Jacob was fighting them all off. Jacob was actually able to get Tonga Loa into the ring. He was there for a while. he was in the ring for a while, just knocked out. Then Tala Tonga got up there, grabbed Jacob Fatu's wrist, and then handcuffed him to the top of the cage. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I guess it's over there. Like you're handcuffed and you can't go anywhere. What are you gonna do? So then Solo asked for the door to be open. I didn't even see how Jacob even got out, but they replayed it after the match was over. So I just know Jacob Fatu was free, and then he jumped and got Solo before he left. I wasn't even, my mind wasn't on that. My mind was just on how the hell did he get out? how did he escape? That's my only thing. But Solo was trying to get out. Jacob Fatu kept bringing him back in. Solo just kept jumping at the door. He's trying to get out. JC Mateo tried to stop him, but then Fatu, boom, took out JC. And then Solo was at the door. Jacob had him. And then Talatonga, boom, booted the door into into Jacob's face. Solo got out. And Solo Sikoa retained the United States Championship. How Jacob Fatu got out? Apparently, and I don't know what, Jacob just did this and was free. Like that, like he pulled. I don't even know how hard he pulled, but he pulled so hard that the handcuff just disconnected. And I'm just like, wow, okay. I'm like, that's kind of nuts. That's kind of crazy. So that happened. And so yeah, the match was over. Solo Sikoa retained. Then here comes Jimmy. Jimmy's back up. He takes out JC, kicks JC in the face, throws his face into the steel cage, and then puts him in the steel cage. And then from there, Jacob Fatu takes out Tongaloa. He takes out JC. And before it all ended, Jacob went to the top of the cage, went to the platform. I know there was even a platform on top of the cage. He stood up on there and did the moonsault onto Tongaloa and JC. Now, mind you, Jacob is supposedly 291. I thought he was like 260. I don't know how the hell he got 30 pounds heavier in a matter of weeks. I don't know how. But Jacob Fatu is 291, and my man just did a moonsault from the top of the cage. All right. But this also shows that this ain't over between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. I'm thinking we go into War Games with this in Survivor Series. I'm still going to hold on to that. But that also means what we're going to do for the next 3 months. I guess we'll see as time goes on. But yeah. Solid steel cage match. Good stuff. Next match. Let's get it.